Hi, writers. So yesterday we talked about organizing our writing and thinking about information writing as writing like a teacher. So writing like you're teaching something. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to get yourself organized. So the power of organizing and then reorganizing. So yesterday you should have written down everything that you know about your topic. And after rereading what you wrote, you might be thinking, wow, this is a lot of information. I know a lot about this topic. And you might have also noticed that there are smaller topics within the larger topic. So I know that Belinda is writing a story about her home. Michael is writing about Christmas. They both kind of looked at their hand and said, okay, do I know enough about my subtopics? So this is what we're going to be thinking about. So today I want to teach you that information writers often make plans for how to organize their writing. Writers make one plan and then they sometimes think, hey, you know what? Maybe there's a better way of doing this. So each time you make a plan, you include a different way to divide a topic. For example, yesterday I was talking about cockroaches. So I'm going to plan my information writing in different ways. So here's one way. You do not need a fancy graphic organizer. You just need your hand. So my topic is kinds of cockroaches. And I know there are American cockroaches, German cockroaches, Madagascar hissing cockroaches, termites. I also know there are ways of getting rid of cockroaches. And in that, getting rid of cockroaches, there might be traps. You might use poison. You try to be environmentally friendly. And there are ways of keeping cockroaches out of your house. So I'm going to have let's think about the different ways that you can organize your subtopics. So readers tend to look for a way, at least a few chapters that go together in a particular way. So for example, four chapters on kinds of cockroaches, like I showed you right here. In this one, I have 4 different types of cockroaches. Then you practice organizing your subtopics. So my subtopics are the different types of cockroaches. You could organize them by kinds, like I did here. These are different kinds of cockroaches. Parts, examples, or ways. So let's look and see how I could do that. So I could organize my writing by writing about the different kinds of cockroaches, like I showed you on my hand. I could write about the different parts of a cockroach and why their bodies make it easy for them to survive. That would mean that I had different parts right here on my hand. And I would have their exoskeleton, I'd have their legs, I'd have their mouths, different parts of their body. If I used examples, I could organize my writing by talking about different examples of cockroaches. And if I used ways, I could write about the different ways of getting rid of cockroaches. So you can think about that with your topic right now. What would you do? What would be your easiest or best way? And then on this graphic organizer, you can fill it out. So you're going to fill in your big topic. Mine is cockroaches. I'm going to then have different kinds. I'm going to have their bodies. I'm going to have one on ways to get rid of cockroaches. And then on this, I'm going to choose one of those subtopics and break it down into what I know. So you're going to do that, just like I just did up here, where I have kinds of cockroaches, and one of my subtopics was getting rid of cockroaches. Now, another super important part of our of our nonfiction book is a table of contents, and that's what we're talking about. So these subtopics are actually your chapters. So now that you have some different ways to organize or reorganize your writing, you probably want to jot some of your ideas down. And you're going to create, you could have different kinds of tables of contents. So once you see a table of contents in here that you like, you could try that out with your topic. So this is a video that you can watch. And here are some ways that you have to think about making a table of contents. So it has to be logical. So the least important to the most important, first to last, parts, types, reasons. You need to make it in order. And if you look at various books that we've read in the past, you'll think about the fact that they might be chronological, meaning they go in order of time, like baby, middle-aged, old, dead, like that kind of order. If you're writing about a holiday, you might start with before the holiday, in the middle of the holiday, and what happens after the holiday. Whatever topics, whatever logical structure your topics make sense. Contain chapters of almost equal weight and importance. This one's kind of important. All your chapters don't have to be exactly the same importance, but they shouldn't be one on, with my example of cockroaches, I probably are not going to have a chapter on a cockroach leg, and then the kinds of cockroaches, how to get rid of cockroaches, where they live. Those others are way more important than just that one little leg of a cockroach. So you try to make sure that your chapters all are of equal weight and importance, and they cover as much of the topic as you can. And then don't repeat other information that you already have. This is a tricky one. So try to keep the information. Each chapter has its own kind of information. Try not to repeat yourselves too much. Then ask yourselves, do I have a strong table of contents? So you have to today organize and reorganize your subtopics. You can do that on your hand, and then you're going to create a table of contents in your writer's notebook. Make sure you put your name and the date on your assignment. If you need any help, you know how to find me.